I want you to imagine for a minute, Europe is aging, Japan is aging, US is sort of aging but not with great skill levels. And if we can create 500 million professionally trained people, we create India Insight for the entire world. That is the opportunity that we have. The second, everybody says in 1790s, India controlled 25% of world trade, give or take some. I would like by 75, India to be 10% of global trade. I also would like to have 30% of global companies, Fortune 100 companies, coming from India. I would like to see India become the source of fundamental innovations that not only impact the poor here, but changes the game fundamentally everywhere else in the world. So can we think of India as a laboratory for innovation? Can we think of India that produces 10 Nobel Prize winners? We heard that Switzerland produced 26 or 25. UK has produced 65. Can we at least produce 10? Not just in sciences, but in the arts as well. And finally, the most important, no country can gain global leadership through technical virtuosity and economic strength alone. We need to provide moral leadership. We should never forget that Nazi Germany had technological vitality and certainly had economic strength. It failed. So did Russia. We have the opportunity to demonstrate to the rest of the world we understand how to leverage diversity, how not just manage, but how to leverage diversity. Because India is fortunate to have people of all religions, multiple languages, different cultures, different ethnic backgrounds. And if we can understand how to manage diversity in this country, we become the benchmark for the rest of the world. I think that's the opportunity we have. Obviously, there are impediments, but I am a great believer that we can have a long litany of problems, but I can also have weak signals that I can amplify to see where the possibilities exist. Is this view of India reasonable? And therefore, we are extraordinarily fortunate to have my colleagues from Tata Group here, because they have demonstrated in less than 10 years, and correct me if my numbers are wrong, they went from $5.5 to $6 billion to $60 billion. Today, Tata Group operates in 80 countries around the world, and they're a legitimate global player. And what you have in this audience, in this panel, is people who have done it through bold acquisitions and those who have done it through organic growth. Both methods have been applied to become global. Mr. Ram Durai from TCS, as all of you know, operates around the world. He has demonstrated he can scale in any country, from Latin America to China and to Cincinnati, Ohio, that we can do it from India. Mr. Muthuraman was bold enough to say, getting TISCO right was one thing, but globalizing TISCO is very different. And what has happened with Chorus, and there's only one part of it, starting with Nat Steel to Chorus, looking for raw materials and manufacturing capacity and technology around the world, has been nothing but spectacular. And finally, I think Ravikant has shown that we not only can produce indica, we can also create an inflection point in the global auto industry with Tata Nano. Tata Nano, I remember in the Detroit Auto Show, Tata Nano was not present, but that was the only discussion in the Detroit Auto Show. And